What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here with the Smith Wesson SW40VE, little project gun that I picked up to do, a little work with. As you can see, the trigger is missing. Got the gun for a little or nothing. So I know I need to order a new trigger for it. It's work that I can do, no big deal, nothing I can't handle. So basically what I'm going to do right now is tear it down, inspect it a little bit, clean up the parts a bit. And as you can see, there is no magazine inside the firearm. Nothing inside the chamber. Firearm is clear. Now, in its current state without a trigger, it is not safe to fire this firearm in this configuration. So, like I said, we're just going to take it apart, give it a little inspection, and we're going to clean it. Yeah, a little dirty, nothing major. Set this over to the side. I noticed that there's slight rusting on the slide lock. Looking at the internals, kind of dirty. Interesting. Not sure how well you can see this in the camera. There's rusting along the trigger bar. Well, this is going to be replaced, so that really doesn't matter. And there seems to be a lot of friction going on with the trigger and trigger bar. So this part we're just going to set aside. I'll break it down in another video, especially when I'm doing the trigger replacement part, and we're going to address how to clean this rust up without doing any or much damage to the gun itself. So for now, we're going to set this aside and we're going to focus on the slide. So nothing too crazy. Okay, so I seem to have had some technical difficulties with my can of CLP, even though there is a good bit still in here, but I managed to squeeze some out over the parts. So we're gonna let them sit for a while to allow the CLP to penetrate a little deeper. They recommend up to letting it sit overnight, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little while, and then I'm gonna come back, give it a light scrub, rub it down, and then I have another oil that I'm gonna come back and finish everything off with. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. We've let the CLP soak in a bit. Now we're gonna give it a little scrub, try and help the oil get in there and do a little bit more of its work. So I'm gonna grab my auto brush here. Doesn't really do anything, but it makes me feel better. I'm gonna try and squeeze a little more CLP out of this can onto the brush. And then we're gonna get to scrubbing.
What we do here is go back.
Okay, so we've scrubbed everything down, and again, I'm gonna let it sit for a little while and allow the oil to penetrate even more, scrub it up, and loosened up some of the deposits that may have still been on the surface of the parts. So in a bit, I'll come back and I'll wipe everything down. But again, like I said, CLP says you can allow these things to cure overnight for maximum protection. I'm not going to do that because I have another oil that I'm going to put on it that I recently found out about for long-term storage. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. Now we're going to wipe everything down and begin to reassemble the slide. Okay. And there you have it. Got the slide back together. All right, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna run some patches down the barrel to make sure the inside of that is good and clean. But the oil, my go-to oil actually, is Slips 2000 EWL Extreme Weapons Lube. Love this stuff. Use it on everything that I have. But I recently found out about Slips 2000 EWL 30, which is their heavy-duty weapons lubricant, and this right here is what is used for long-term storage. Now, what's long-term? I guess that would be determined by you, but since this is a 40 caliber and I do not have any 40 caliber ammo at the moment, nor do I have the ability to make it at the moment, this is going to be stored up until I can get my hands on some to test fire. Also, like I said, with the frame, I'm going to be replacing the trigger. So all of that's going to happen later on, but this is what I like to use to store my stuff for the long term. And it keeps everything good, clean, protected, and rust free. So I like to run a bead down the rails on the slide, and I'll stand the slide on in and let that work its way on down. And after I go back and run the patches through the barrel and make sure that everything is clean, I'm going to saturate wipe patch with some of the oil, and I'm going to rub it along the outside, and I'm going to run one or two back through the barrel to make sure that everything is good and coated, and then we'll be done. And now I'm going to have to cut this video a little short because the lawnmower started going. But as always, if this is your first time finding my channel, I hope you like what you see, and if you do, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment so I know what you think, and share the video with a friend. Thanks for watching.